welcome back. I'm Leslie. I'm so not crafty. So I've been thinking a lot lately about things that I wish I would have known in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. If I could go back and talk to myself, I probably wouldn't have listened, but if I had, I would have saved myself years and probably some tears. Years and tears. That's what I would have saved myself from. Sounds a little dramatic, but there's some definite things that I could have told myself, and it really would have helped me out. So I'm not a therapist, any kind of professional, but I am a real woman that has been through some real things, and hopefully today you'll hear something that might help you out. So if you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, this one's for you. So today I am doing a craft project with flocking powder. I just saw it on Instagram not that long ago, and I thought, oh, this looks perfect. It's supposed to, so you put a stencil, so I just got some 6-inch stencils. I just taped it down to a canvas. I'm not gonna put any paint down because I just didn't want it to stick to anything else besides where the glue is going. So I'm just gonna put Mod Podge and a little bit of blue paint mixed together so that can kind of hide if, the powder doesn't stick somewhere. Hopefully it'll, mask the little bit of, if there's a bald spot or something, I guess. So it's called flocking powder. You can get it on Amazon. And so I got that, a couple little daubers. I call them dabbers, whatever. So today, while I do this, I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I wish I knew in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. And I'm feeling a little bit of a theme with my videos. So yeah, I think 5 things is just like easy bite-sized pieces of information that's easily digestible. And hopefully, people will think the same thing. So I'm going to get started on this. I'm just going to apply my glue evenly, or the Mod Podge. Oh, is that? Okay, that's not too big. All right, so first thing I wish I could tell myself, back even when I was 20, 25, is that time is not on your side. It literally feels like a year goes by faster and faster every year that you're alive. So you think about it, when you're 5 years old, a year is a fifth of your life. So yeah, it felt like a really long time. But now I'm 50. A year is 1/50th of my life. It goes by like an instant. So especially the last 10 years, I feel like I just turned 40 yesterday. So time is not on your side. So lesson here is call the friend, take the lesson, make that appointment that you've been wanting to do. Time just, we are only here for a little bit of time on this earth. And even in your 20s and 30s, you think you have all the time in the world, and it just goes by so fast. That's my point. All right, so second thing is, and some people, might be going through this right now, is that some friendships are meant to end. Sometimes they're just a chapter in your life, especially toxic friends. And I think you know who those people are in your life. I think that was one of my big problems as, a 30 years old, especially. In my 30s, I had a friend that was just toxic. The friend that makes you feel bad if you don't call them, a certain amount of times in a week, or you don't invite them to everything. They get their feelings hurt really easily. They make it about them. You know who I'm talking about. You probably have one in your life. So the best thing I wish I would have done is just the second that it crossed my mind, man, is she draining me, that I should have just broke up with her. I don't know if you've ever had to break up with a friend. It's not fun. You don't feel great about it, but when it was all said and done, it was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. The true friends are the ones you can go weeks or even months without talking to, and you can just pick up where you left off. And that's just how it's supposed to be. So if you have a friend that makes you feel guilty on a regular basis, next. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is, of course, take care of your body, your mind, your soul. Soles of your feet. your body breaks down a lot quicker than you think it will. Like I used to think like this pain, I don't used to think, I do think, I thought pain like this was reserved for like 80-year-olds. No. Joke was on me because it starts somewhere, maybe in your late 30s. You start noticing like, I got a little neck crick in my neck, or, my feet hurt today. It doesn't get better. Your feet don't magically feel better the next day. I mean, unless you get some really good shoes, then that might happen. But take care of everything. Take your vitamins, take collagen, because that is the one thing that does help me with joint pain. And I can only imagine how lubricated my joints would be right now if I had been taking collagen this whole time. So I drink bone broth, and that has helped my joint pain tremendously. So take care of your body, mind, and soul, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, oh, look at that. So I'm gonna make sure this is nice and gluey in each of these little blank spots, because the powder is gonna go on over the top, and I need to make sure it's nice and sticky. Okay. And where am I at? Number 3, comparison is the thief of joy. Quit comparing yourself to other people, because those people don't have it figured out either. I used to look at this person, that person, like, oh my gosh, they got their shit together. They got a better job, a better car, it just steals your joy. It really does. So what I wish I could tell myself is like, just own your weirdness. Own it. Wear it as a badge of honor. Sing in the middle of the aisle while you're grocery shopping, because I do that now. Dance when you want to. Do all the things that you want to do, and don't worry about what other people think. Adopt the do not care mentality, not the bad do not care about anything mentality, but the I don't care about those things, the people that may be judging me. I think a lot of people worry like about being judged, and I just have to think like, do I care about what they're doing right now? I do not. So do you think they care about me? They do not. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you're doing. So just do what you want to do and laugh at yourself. I think I was really self-conscious and didn't really have a lot of confidence in my 20s and 30s. So I think the best remedy for that is to laugh at yourself. Do not take yourself so seriously, and embrace the weirdness. Like, there's only one you, right? So be you, and be you 100,000 times percent. That is a unit of measurement also. Okay. Got my sticky stuff, my Mod Podge. It's not Mod, it's Mod Podge. All right, so okay, I think I got enough on there. Okay. All right, the last one's a little bit more personal, and it's because I've recently found out there's an actual phrase for it, and it's for people that are in marriages and relationships, mostly women. I'm speaking to you. And that is that you are carrying the majority of the emotional load in your marriage. I just didn't know there was a word for it until recently, or a phrase for it. And I'm like, yes, that's what it was. And it led to a lot of, resentment. And then because you don't have a terrible partner, you have a great partner. He works hard. You guys we shared the chores like evenly, 50-50. And I thought that was what it was supposed to look like. But it's the behind the scene things, the things that emotionally can drain you, like remembering everything, making the appointments, planning, budgeting, paying the bill. I mean, just all of those things that you do that are just so draining. They're so draining. And, I have a terrible story. I won't tell it. Maybe some other day. But it was a moment where I realized, like, are you not capable of doing this? You're a grown man. Like, you can do this. So the best thing to do is to talk about it. Just say, I am overwhelmed, and could you do this? Could you take this over? And you know, if you need to get a therapist, get a therapist. I'm not a therapist, so I'm not giving professional advice, but I have been through it. I have been on that end of the relationship, and it causes so much mental exhaustion and resentment. And he's such a great worker, but I was carrying the emotional load, and that led to resentment, which led to coping in ways that were not healthy. And I ended up drinking. That was one of the things that I did to cope, and that made me spiral and fall even harder. So talk about it, bring it up. Hey, I'm feeling really overwhelmed. Can you please take this part over? Can you please do this one thing for me? And then if you have a partner that pushes back and doesn't agree and doesn't see your point of view, I don't know, I can't give you advice about that, but you should have married your best friend. So if you married your best friend, you should be able to talk to them about that. And if they are open and willing to listen and make a change, A-okay guy in my book. So the thing is, are they willing to hear you, and are they willing to make the change? And mine was. So it was a whole lot of stuff that built up inside me, and I just pushed it down, drank it away, numbed the pain, numbed the resentment, because I shouldn't be complaining, right? Like, of course I should be doing all this stuff. I'm the mom, I'm the wife, I'm the go-getter, I'm the doer. But it just builds up so much tension and resentment, and it will boil over eventually, and not in a good way. So I'm gonna tap this off, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll do the reveal together, okay? All right, I'll see you back here in a few minutes, and we'll lift off the stencil. All right, see ya. And it should be dry. One thing I forgot to say is that you're supposed to kind of pat it down. So I just took this that came in the canvas, and I put it down, and then I just took a paper towel roll and rolled over just once, nice and gently. So I'm gonna take tape off. Oh shit, don't need to touch. Oh, I just touched the powder, you silly goose. Okay, here we go. Reveal, if I can get the tape off. Okay, I'm excited. This is looking like it's gonna turn out pretty cool, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I could have taken the tape off before I started the video, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, and then we're just gonna lift straight up. Straight up, I'm gonna just powder off of there. Okay, here we go, moment of truth. Why is this so sticky? Ooh, I like that sound and that feeling. That was satisfying. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. Success. My nose is running. Success. I love it. I'm so excited. I wish I had it in other colors too, but I will definitely be doing this again, maybe on a larger scale. All right, so that's the craft, and that's my 5 things I wish I would have known in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. So final parting message is love yourself. So if you're 20, 30, 40, you got this, girl. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.